Hey my glam girls, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea, where we talk about all things glam and all things girly. I am a beauty enthusiast that loves to talk about everything dealing with beauty and makeup, and I do like to switch it up from time to time and throw in a little bit of different things into this channel. So if that sounds of interest to you, I would love for you to consider subscribing and joining the Glam Girl Squad. And today, it's a favorite. Guys, we are almost at the end of the year. I can't believe this year has gone by so fast, but I'm so excited to see what the rest of this year will bring and what the new year will bring. And so of course, we just have to continue talking about the things that we love and the products that have just gotten us through. So that's what we're doing today. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I truly do appreciate it. And let's get right into this video. First, one of my favorite products that I have been loving now for a couple of months for sure is my lilysilk pillowcase. Guys, I talked about this about a couple months ago. So excited to be partnering with them again to discuss a couple of more pillowcases that I would like to share with you. So first, they have now decided to be as wasteless as possible. So they have decided to take fragments of other pillowcases, put them together, and come up with unique and custom crafted designs of new pillowcases. So here is the one that I was sent, and I'm gonna try to hold it up so you can see the very beautiful pattern of this particular silk pillowcase. And I think it's stunning. So if you're not familiar with silk pillowcases, or you've heard them and you're just like, well, what's the hype? There's so many great benefits, but just a few to just kind of call out, and the ones that from my experience of using them, I truly appreciate. Number one, silk is excellent for your skin and your hair. So because silk is so smooth, it's so soft, and it's very delicate, it's not going to pull on your hair. It's not going to cause frizz on your hair that might lead to tangles, your hair, then falling out because of the friction that might occur from it. It's really great for the skin. It's very smooth, very soft, so it's going to not accentuate or even potentially cause wrinkles. The components that silk is made up of make silk also antibacterial, because you're not going to have bacteria to be able to grow on top of silk, and the list goes on. So ever since I've had my silk pillowcase, I sleep with it every night. It feels so good. Another great thing about silk is that it doesn't get hot. Silk just remains cool. So my pillow never gets hot, no matter how long my head has been on it. I don't have to flip from side to side. Like, the benefits are just endless, and I truly enjoy my silk pillowcase. Now with the lilysilk, one thing that I really love about them is that they're able to provide us great quality 100% silk based products for such an affordable price. So this particular pillowcase is going to be $17. Yeah, $17. And I do have a discount code, which is Chelsea15, so you can get 15% off of that. But I love this. And then another pillowcase that I think is just so neat is their Lily Herb travel pillowcase. So this is their Lily Herb travel pillowcase. It's this beautiful mint color. So there's two things about this particular pillowcase that I think is just really interesting and great. Number one, it is going to be composed of natural plant extracts that, get this guys, helps to calm you and help to soothe you so that you can go to sleep a little easier. It's almost like your sleep aid in your pillowcase, which I think is great. The second thing is it's great for travel. So here is the zipper part that you use to actually open the pillowcase. So you have this little flap right here, and then you just fold the pillowcase into the flap like so, right? And now I can just legit throw my pillowcase in my purse because it is so compact. Look at this. That's it. There's my pillowcase. Toss it into my bag, toss it into my suitcase, and I can now carry my pillowcase everywhere with me, which I think is great because I love my pillowcase so much that I will travel with it, and I will travel with my pillow with the pillowcase. And yeah, you can take this off, your pillow, fold it up and put it into your bag, but number one, because they're so affordable, I could buy a couple of these, have one for travel and one for home, and just not bother with that. The travel pillowcase is $29. Once again, you can save 15% off, and these are amazing. And then they also gifted me this really beautiful blazer. Oh, it is such a statement piece. I love this blazer. I've worn it already a few times already, and I love it, and it's such great quality. So thank you so much for partnering with me again, lilysilk. They are such a great company. They have tons of other pieces. Their pieces are very great quality, so I will link them down below. They're also doing a campaign where they're raising money for childhood cancer, and I'll link the details down in the D box so you can check that out. I'll have my discount code down there, but I highly suggest you check these out. This would be a great gift for someone who, you know, travels a lot, or you know, someone who's just interested in trying silk pillowcases, and they don't want to spend the hefty price tag on some other brands. So definitely encourage you to check out lilysilk, and let's get into my very next favorite. I have been loving the Dior Dream Skin Perfector. So this is like a primer and skincare product all in one. This product does aim to blur the pores, kind of even out skin tone a little bit, fill in the pores, but it also has skincare benefits in it. So it can kind of be used as like a moisturizer slash primer. And I maybe not a moisturizer because it's not extremely hydrating like a moisturizer, but it really does have some good skincare benefits in it to where you could use it after your moisturizer, even if you didn't want to apply makeup on top. But it also works very good as a primer. So I applied this first. I love to apply it in my T-zone where my pores are. And this is the consistency of the product. So it has a nice silky texture, so that's what it looks like. I usually just use about 3 pumps all over the face, and it doesn't leave a matte finish on the skin, but it just leaves a nice kind of perfected finish on the skin, and it smooths out my skin's texture. It definitely fills in my pores, kind of smooths over my fine lines, and it's just a really great perfecting type of product. So I have been loving this particular product. It does have a scent to it, so if you don't like fragrance in your makeup products, then this won't be the product for you. But the fragrance is not overwhelming, and it doesn't last on the skin. I actually really enjoy the scent. And the product is refillable, so you can take this top out. I'm not gonna spend time doing it, but you can take it out and then purchase just a refill when you're done. Truly have been enjoying this. I use it now every time that I do my makeup, no matter what. Okay, then on to foundations. I have 2 foundations that I've been loving, actually 3, and I think I talked about this last month, so I'll just briefly hint at it again. Still having a major love affair with the Very Valentino foundation. This is such a beautiful, perfecting, medium to full coverage foundation. Stunning. I wear the shade DR1. I talked about it last monthly favorite, so just wanted to let you know I'm still using this. It's still in rotation. A new one to me, or one new one to me, is this Bobbi Brown. This is the Intensive Serum Foundation SPF 40, and this is a really beautiful serum foundation. I wear the shade W066 Warm Honey. This shade is like a smidge light. So what I mean by smidge light, it actually works very well in my T-zone, and it's really only around the perimeter of my face that it's a little too light, but you really kind of don't see that because I apply bronzer in that area. So that just kind of gives you an idea of the shade. But very, very, very lightweight. It leaves a really beautiful natural finish, like natural satin finish on the skin. Blends very well into the skin, and it feels like nothing when you're wearing it throughout the day. It's got good wear and longevity to it, and it's just a beautiful foundation. It's one of those foundations where if I don't want to put on a lot of makeup, but I just really want to even out my skin tone, kind of give my face that nice, like, finished, perfected look, this is a really good foundation to do this. From what I know, this is exclusively sold at Selfridges or through Bobbi Brown. I haven't been able to find it anywhere else as of yet, so just wanting to let you know. But really enjoy that. I've been wearing that a lot this past month. And then Lisa Eldridge finally gave us her foundation. So I have here, this beautiful foundation. I am wearing it today. This is the Seamless Skin Foundation. I do wear the shade, what is this, 23. And so it's such, I mean, it's beautifully shaped. It has this imprint that you can place your finger in. It's so like ergonomically situated for the hand. Love the cap. It does come with a pump. And I am gonna do a full review on this foundation because I have so much that I want to share about it, but I do truly love it. It's such a beautiful natural finish on this skin. And one thing that I really enjoy about this foundation is that you can manipulate it to look any way that you want it to look. So today I have it looking more natural, I would say more like demi-matte, but if I want to make it look dewy, then I could just manipulate the base, put a nice hydrating primer or a liquid illuminator underneath, apply this on top, and now I have this dewy finish on the skin. Lasts all day, blends so well. You can use your fingers, a sponge, or your brush. It's just a flawless foundation. Seamless, flawless, perfecting, all of the above. I truly enjoy this foundation and I love it. So full review to come. I know when I first got this sample card, I thought I was shade 18, but shade 23 is such a great match for me. So wanting to update you on that, the shade 23 is my match if you are a shade twin with me. Okay, concealer. I have fallen back in love with the Tom Ford Emotion Proof Concealer. So I wear the shade 9.0 Sienna, and this particular concealer, I am wearing it today. It's a very thin concealer, so it gives me really nice coverage. I would say this gives you a good medium coverage, but because of its consistency, it does lean more toward a matte finish. So if you do have dry skin, I would definitely say hydrate your T-zone area so that the consistency doesn't make that area look dry. So if my under eye area is more dry, this is not a concealer that I will go to use because it might accentuate that dryness, or it might kind of cling to the dry areas under my eye. But if my skin is pretty normal, I think this is a really beautiful, very lightweight feeling, but nice coverage type of concealer. So this has been the one that I've been reaching for the majority of this month. I don't know, I just went back in my drawer and I was like, haven't worn this one in a while. And I've been using it pretty much the whole month of November and I love it. Okay, then moving on to, a very new product to my collection, but it has to make the monthly favorites. This Giorgio Armani, or Armani Beauty I should say, Luminous Silk Powder. Ma'am, sir, you, ma'am, sir, you. It's beautiful. So I have the shade 7, and what is really beautiful about this is a setting powder. So here is the product in the pan, and I like to use either the Songeji Smooth Buffer Brush, or today I use the BK Beauty 103 brush. Swirl any type of powder brush that you have, but one that you can buff a product into the skin with, and just buff it into your skin, and the glow, it's like an angel just comes and sits on your face. You have such a glow, heavenly glow. Yes, I'm being extra, but it's so beautiful. And the great thing about it is a setting powder, so you don't need to add another powder on top of this unless you are just a person who really likes to add powders. But this product is stunning. So after I applied my concealer and my Kosas powder, I just dusted this all over the face. And you can use this product, like let's say you just put the smallest amount of concealer or foundation on your face. You can add this on top and it does not make the skin look dry at all, but it just adds such a lit from within glow. I'm talking glow, not dewy, not sparkly, shimmery, glow. It's beautiful. So happy to have her, and it's amazing. Okay, then moving on to bronzer. So I am head over heels in love with this Guerlain Terracotta bronzer, and this is in the shade 03, and this is the holiday edition bronzer. I mean, you can see I've like started wearing away the actual embossing of the bronzer. This color is beautiful. I do have 2 other bronzers like this, and I wear the shade 05, but as you can see, I'm wearing the bronzer today. It's a very light bronzed look that it leaves on my skin. This particular shade is not going to give me the deepest bronze, but it does bronze the skin enough to where you can see it, and I think it does complement my skin color. If you are any deeper than me, this shade is not going to work for you because it is still quite light. So I would go for shade 05 if you are deeper than me. But I was very happy that this particular shade did work for my skin because I really like the design. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, I just really want that one. And it's really beautiful. Now for blush, today I used both blushes from the Natasha Denona Glam Face and Eye Palette. So I have both palettes. I have done a full review of both these products, so I will go ahead and link that for you. So I first went in with the blush from the lighter palette, which is right here. And I was like, I just want a little bit more color to the face. So then I went in with the blush from the deeper palette, and I was able to get the pigmentation that I want. Both of these palettes are obviously in my favorites video, and I really have been enjoying them. And like I said in my review of these, I have been using the light palette much more than I've been using the deeper palette, but I have been using both. So it's not like I just don't use this one. I just reach for this one more than I reach for the deeper one. So after I applied my blush, I went in with the highlighter from the light palette, and that's what you see right here, this beautiful glow on the apples of my cheeks. I love both the highlighters in both of these palettes, and I really enjoy these eyeshadows as well. These are such great, like, on the go, simple but glam, hence Glam Face and Eye Palette. And I really do enjoy both of these, so highly recommend them after using them for a couple of weeks. They definitely have gotten a good amount of use from me. And then for highlight, oh, one of the bougiest highlighters that I own is this Hermes highlighter. Let me tell you, when I found out this was back in stock, I was like, I'm not getting it, I'm getting it. I had to have it after I saw it swatched. And this highlighter, it is the highlighter that I'm actually wearing in the highlight areas of the face right here and down the T-zone. She is stunning. It's everything that we don't need and everything that we want. It's such the perfect champagne highlighter, and I love me. Oh, look at her. Look at that. It is the perfect champagne highlighter. Those are the highlighters that I truly, truly, truly love. And so this is everything. And then look at the embossing. I'm like, how pretty this is. Oh. Everything we don't need and everything we want. Stunning. Okay, after that we move on to eyes. So I have a couple of eyeshadow palettes I've been loving. I've already talked about the Natasha Denona Glam Face and Eye Palette. Like I said, really have been enjoying the eyeshadows in those palettes. I've been using the lighter eyeshadows more than I have been using the deeper eyeshadows, but I have been using both. Really enjoy those. Formula is really great. Mattes blend seamlessly. And then of course, those shimmers are just the shimmers that I love by the brand. They pop, they blend really nicely into the eye, and they're standout shades. Okay, then moving on to the Dior Atelier eyeshadow palettes. I picked up both, and what is on my eyes is going to be Atelier Doré 469. And oh, these, like when I saw them, I was just like, you know what? I'm not really attracted to the Dior Quints. I've heard great things about them, but they just, I don't know, they don't really speak to me most of the time. So I only own 3 of these palettes. But these, when I saw them swatched, I'm like, these seem like palettes I can get with. So for today's look, I started out with this shade right here and just placed it right in the middle of the eye, like really didn't do much. Then for the outer corner, I blended it with this shade, which is like this beautiful taupey, shimmery shade. And I should say, when I say shimmer, don't think like glitter or metallic, just a really nice sheen of a color, but still so beautiful and blendable that you can use it in areas that we would typically, potentially apply a matte color or a matte shade. I love that it just blends so beautifully and easily into the eye with no skipping. The pigmentation is there, but it's not so overwhelming that I, apply too much and I can't blend it out and I've kind of just ruined my eye. These blend so beautifully and give just the right amount of pigmentation that you might need. love it. Then for the inner portion of the eye, I went in with this beautiful gold shade in the middle. Lower lash line, went in with the one matte shade in the palette. And then for the inner corner of the lower lash line, went in with this shade. And then for the inner corner, I mixed this shade right here and the gold shade. Stunning, simple eye look, but it makes a statement. It says, hello, hi, we're here. But the formula is so seamless. So I really enjoy these. The same for the second palette, which is House of Dreams. This is the cooler toned version of these two quints. And once again, these shades blend so effortlessly. And I do have a review of me demoing both of these on my eyes, so I'll link that for you. It was a get ready with me trying actually a lot of products that I'm talking about today. And I'm really, really excited that I picked these up. I'm glad I didn't just skip out on them because they're really great quality. And then, must we, Danessa Myricks Lightworks 3 palette. Guys, I went ham in my review with just my overwhelming love for this eyeshadow palette. It's one of those pieces of art that you're just so thankful that you own, right? That is how I feel about this eyeshadow palette. Danessa just blew me completely away. And I got a lot of feedback on that video saying like, Chels, like, we've seen these types of formulas with indie brands, and I myself do not have a lot of eyeshadows really at all from other indie brands. And I've always wanted to get them, but I don't really go for single eyeshadows. I really like palettes. And so in terms of a palette, we don't see palettes that have this formulation and also at this price point. Because also with a lot of those indie brands and formulations like this, the eyeshadows are literally $17 plus an eyeshadow. And I totally agree with the price because the formulation is just like none other. So this palette, although it's $125, we're getting a lot of these shades with those same formulations, and this is what, 12 shades? So if we do 12 times 15, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna up that price to almost 200 bucks because 12 times 12 is 144. So if we add on, 3 more shadows at $15, that's 45. All right, so we're at like 190 almost, right? So this is such a great deal for the quality of shadows that we get and the shifts in the pigmentations. Oh my gosh. Like, I will link my review. This palette is a surefire winner. Hopefully it's back in stock. If it's not back in stock, this is going to get or come back in stock. So I will let you all know when it does. But oh my goodness me. This palette has been a sure favorite for me. Between this palette and Pat McGrath's Celestial Odyssey palette, I can't tell you which one is #1 right now. I'm gonna have to because they're going to be in my yearly favorites. I can't tell you today, but I will get there. Okay, then we move on to my finishing powder. So you guys know I was obsessed, or still am obsessed, with the Guerlain Meteorites. So I picked up the limited edition shade in Gold Pearl, and I was like, what, how, why, how did I not even get on this before now? So then during the Sephora sale, I picked up another shade in Golden, and you guys, Golden is where it's at. So the shade Gold Pearl, I still love and use, but Gold Pearl leaves more of a light sheen to my skin. It's still complimentary, but it is a lighter sheen. Here's the shade Golden. So here is the mix of pearls within this shade Golden, and this shade actually leaves like a nice golden hue to the skin, and I just can't. I've been using Golden now much more than I've been using Gold Pearl. So here is Gold Pearl, and then here is Golden, just so you can see the difference in the shades of the pearls. I still love both, okay? Still using both, but Golden has been where it's at lately. And now I feel like I need another one. I'm like, I don't need another one, I really don't. But I love, every time I finish my makeup, I go over it with these. Unless I'm doing like a foundation review and I just wanna make sure, I don't misconstrue the foundation. But every time I finish, with these meteorites. They are stunning, and the shade Golden I know will work for deeper skin. So if you are not familiar with the influencer, my friend Vicky J, her channel is Victoria James. She actually commented on my video and was like, yes, I love the meteorites in Golden. They look beautiful against my skin. And she's around a MAC NC50, I want to say. I will just go ahead and link her channel down below so that if you want to check out her complexion to see, you know, is it similar to yours? Would these work for you? But she did comment and say shade Golden does work for her and she loves them. It's such an amazing product. Between the Armani Luminous Silk Powder and these meteorites, your girl is out here thinking she real cute with this glow she got on, okay? And I'm cool with it. I'm so here for it. You guys know I love a glow. I love a glow. Okay, then we move on to what's on the lips. I did not know Sephora lip creams were all of that in a bag of chips. Yes, I did go back all the way to the 90s to get that particular phrase. So I first tried shade 94 because another favorite, I can't bring it down here, is the Peloton. I'll talk about that in a minute. I love Tunde. Love her. So she's always wearing this banging red lip. And I was like, you know what? I need to figure out what lip you have on because I'm working hard, but like I can't not focus on the lip. So went on her page and she always wears this lip cream from Sephora collection in shade 94. So it's like a reddish pinkish lipstick and it's beautiful and it's only $15. So I picked it up and I said, yes ma'am, this is exactly where it's at. These dry very quickly, very comfortable on the lips for a liquid lipstick. I think the shade Liquid Lip Cream is a really good description of it. So then I picked up the shade Always Red. So I have outlined my lips with this shade called Always Red. It's just a beautiful blue-based cool tone red. So there's Always Red. And then what's in the center of my lips is Bourjois, Louboutin's lipstick. So this is in the shade, what shade is this? I'm gonna have to figure out the shade. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I did not realize that these lipsticks were so creamy and they almost feel like a lip balm. That's how hydrating and moisturizing they are, with beautiful hints of color as well. Well, not hints of color, but with a beautiful color as well. So this is the Louboutin lipstick. Like I said, check the description box for the shade. You do have to purchase the lipstick bullet in the case by itself, but look how beautiful this case is. Is it not stunning? It's beautiful. But the lipstick formula is so good, I most definitely will be getting more. And I did not think I would even be that impressed by a lipstick by Christian Louboutin. I don't know why I didn't think I would be impressed. I just didn't think I would be. And I'm like, I need more. But this lip combo between Sephora and Christian Louboutin, yes ma'am. Yes ma'am. Okay. Onto a couple of, well, one, but I have two of them, lip balms. So I fell back in love with the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. So I'll put a picture here. There's a kit that's at Sephora and you get a full-size one in the original, I don't want to say scent flavor. And then you get these two deluxe sizes, which are still really great sizes. And it's in the scent flavor, ginger snap and peppermint, and they smell really good. But these are such great lip masks. My lips have been cracking and peeling a lot lately. I think it's from just weather change and then exercising a lot and not drinking enough water all the time. So I've been wearing these and I forgot how well these heal the lips, but also how quickly they do. So I really have been loving these and realizing like these need to stay in one of my drawers at all times because they really do help heal my lips. And then of course my lipsticks go on smoother. I don't have to worry about like my lips peeling while I'm talking. Just such a great product. And I almost forgot a product. So Chantecaille sent me their Pearl collection for the holiday, and the highlighter from that collection is everything. This highlighter, when I saw it, I was like, this is not gonna work for me, but I'm gonna try it, you know, because they sent it to me. And it shockingly looks so beautiful against my complexion because it has that pink base hue to it, but it also has like a slight golden base to it. So it's not completely an icy highlighter like it might look in the pan. Of course, the formulation is just buttery and smooth. Oh, this highlighter, like out of all 3 pieces, this highlighter is so worth it in my opinion. And I kind of feel a little bad saying that because this does have a nice little price tag to it, but I am so happy to have this, and this is a product that if I would have had a chance to try it before I bought it, I would most have definitely bought it after trying it because it just looks so pretty against the skin and it's so smooth and buttery. I also have been loving their blush as well. I just wear the highlighter more. But this blush is a beautiful, cool toned pink color, like a pink fuchsia color. I love the flush that it gives to the cheeks. It does make your cheeks look like you've kind of been outside in the cold. So here is the blush shade. So your cheeks kind of take on that, you know, blushed kind of icy look, but in like a complimentary way. And this feels like a cream almost. It's a powder, but it feels like a cream. It's really, really, really beautiful. There it is, kind of blended out a bit more. So almost forgot about those two. I really have been enjoying both of those products a lot, but I've been wearing the highlighter more than the blush. So just to say it out there. And then lastly, the Peloton. So I committed back to working out again. I still have to get on the eating, okay? So, you know, all goals have not been obtained yet because I've got to get my eating back in order. But I am so excited to just have now motivation to work out. I'm gonna do another video sharing like all of my favorite workout clothes that I've purchased because I've purchased a lot. They've all been from Amazon. And it's helped me, you know, be excited to work out. But the Peloton, like, you don't need to buy the actual Peloton to cycle, get on a bike, or obviously work out, but I just have to shout it out. It has been such a great investment for me, and I haven't done the Peloton every day, but I have used the Peloton or the Peloton app. I've done, you know, strengthening and toning and, you know, all of these different types of exercises. So really, really have been loving the Peloton and just so excited to just have a drive to work out again and be excited about fitness. And even on those days where I'm exhausted, if I can just push myself 10 to 20 minutes to do something, that's just kind of where I'm at. I'm like, either I'm gonna, you know, go full-fledged, do a full body workout with the Peloton or, you know, strengthening and toning, or you know what, I'm just gonna focus on legs and do something, you know, maybe a little less strenuous to give my body a break, but I'm still moving. So just wanted to shout it out. If you would like to follow me on Peloton, my leaderboard name is GlamGirlChelsea. And if you wouldn't mind leaving your leaderboard name down below or just following me and I can follow back, I would love to, I'd love to do that with you all and work out with you all and let me know, because if I see your name, you know, then I'm quite competitive, okay? Let me just tell you. So if I see you on there or if I see your name pop up and I'm like, oh, they're doing this workout, I'd love to join your workout. You know, we could be friends on another space. So guys, before I forget, the Sonia G Smooth Buffer Brush, honey child. This is the brush that I love to use to apply the meteorites. It buffs the product into my skin so beautifully. Sometimes I will also use this brush for the Armani Luminous Silk Powder, but this is my favorite buffing brush. So I wanted to shout out this brush because it works perfectly to buff any type of powder. Like I said, I use it with both of those, but whatever powder you like to use to buff into the skin, if you don't have the Sonia G Smooth Buffer Brush, I would highly recommend checking it out. And I do think it's back in stock. I'll have it linked down below. But those are my favorites. I am so happy with all of these products. They're just like, these products are so good to me. These are the only products I want to use when I do my makeup, over and over and over and over again. So like November was a really great month for beauty products because I really got a chance to use all of these products multiple times and just really have like fallen head over heels in love with them. So is that it, guys? I think that is it for this month. And let me know your thoughts down below on the video. Let me know what your favorite products have been from the month of November. I'd love to hear those products. And if you made it to this point in the video and you have yet to subscribe to my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing and joining the Glam Girl Squad. And guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye, guys.